There's a specific kind of pain that doesn't come from failing. It comes from knowing that you're capable of more, knowing that there's something inside you that hasn't fully yet been expressed, and still waking up feeling stuck. Not lazy, not ungrateful, just stalled in a way that you can't quite explain. What makes it harder is from the outside, this might look fine. You're functioning, you're showing up, but internally there's tension, a quiet frustration that says, I didn't come this far just to stay here. If you've been carrying that feeling, this episode is for you. So welcome back to the Clean Life Cast, where healing becomes a movement. We're now on episode 23, and today we're talking about something that I don't hear discussed honestly enough: the pain of untapped potential. The space where you know you're meant for more, but forcing yourself forward only makes you feel heavier, not freer. This isn't a motivational episode, and this isn't about grinding harder to fix yourself. It's about understanding what this phase is actually asking of you without turning it into shame. So I'm super grateful to be back here, brother.
Same.
How's
Yeah.
things been going?
Been going good, man. Work's been going good. Life's been going good.
Love that.
Yeah, like work is fun. There's been a lot of changes, but it's all right. You know, what about you?
Things are going great, bro.
Yeah.
I've got lots going on,
Yeah,
but man, I got some trainings coming up. I got a lot of maybe shifts in my work, and things are just happening.
that's good.
I've been meeting a lot of people in recovery lately that I'm like proud of, and
Yeah,
I'm happy to see. It just seems like as much as we're seeing a lot of like people like overdosing or falling to that, like we're also seeing a lot of people turn to recovery. That it's been a
yeah,
beautiful thing, bro. It's like
yeah,
it really is an expansion in every way. Every when there's a light, there's a dark, and
yeah,
right now I'm seeing a lot of light, so I'm grateful for that.
yeah. I like that you said that. Uh, one of my homies is putting in work. Shout out to Red. He said a quote that goes along with that, and he said, um, "I have gratitude for sugar and salt, because if I don't experience the bitter, I will never know the sweet."
That's so awesome, bro.
Yeah,
I really do love that a lot, and
yeah,
it goes with everything that like I've been working on lately. Like I'm reading this book called Falling Up,
yeah,
and it talks about like the two phases of life where there's like that contrast no matter what. There's
yeah,
that as much good as we're gonna have in our life, we're also gonna have hard, and
yeah,
that's how it's a checks and balance thing that the universe or God or whatever you call it it's inevitable.
yeah. It's gonna happen, right?
Right. It's
Yeah,
part of the process. And it's like, then if you know that that's part of the process, then a big part of living is like expecting to be strong enough to handle the hard times,
yeah,
is learning the tools and the techniques and the mindsets and the energy to hold when it does get hard because it's going to.
yeah. It always is going to. Like, that's a guarantee. Like, good things will happen, bad things will happen. Sure as night will happen and day will happen. Like, all those things happen, right? Night coming, there's no control in what happens when night shows up. The only thing you can control is your reaction to things, right? And
Right.
that's the thing. When you do everything that you just said, the process, the only thing it does is make you stronger and smarter. So when those occasions happen, when things just happen, who are you?
Who are you when it gets tough? Yeah.
Yeah,
That's awesome. So I'm really glad that we have that, and it's like, and I'm glad that like the mindset around it because I had a conversation with one of our mutual friends after softball, and he said something along the lines of like, things are going great right now. I just hope they won't get hard again. And I'm like,
yeah.
they're gonna. So
They
so
are good.
like the fact that you're
Yeah,
thinking that way is part of the problem. So
yeah,
we need to remember that like it's great right now, and I'm so glad it's great. I'm so glad
yeah,
that good things are happening, but it's gonna get hard, and that's part of like we need it, and it's also a beautiful thing in the end.
yeah. It's dope because like quotes. Sorry.
No,
Like, I love quotes. Like, they help remind me of basic things and the mindset I need around these things. But there's a quote that goes, um, "Who we are in times of peace is our greatest predictor of our behaviors in times of war." Right? So everything's going great for you right now. Like like, do you still go to the gym?
Mhm.
Right? Things are going good. Do you still go to the gym?
Yeah,
Do you still do like your own personal growth things, like read your books, self-care things?
yeah, every day.
Yeah, because this is the practice that you put in for you right now. So when things do get hard, you're already ready for that,
Right.
right? Like, you played football.
Yeah,
The only reason why you're able to win a game or get through some hard parts of the game is the practice, not during the game.
right,
Like, during the week, all the practice that you put in is everything's going good, but you're still working at being better.
right.
So game night, the war night, you put in all this work for you. to show up.
Yeah, and then, like, when putting it, like, in that analogy, it's like and then you put in 6 days of practice to have 1 day of game,
Yeah,
you know?
yeah, and it doesn't matter, like, you wanna win, but the defining moment is what you do when you lose, right?
Right. And
That's the part that makes you you.
and it's so cool because like that analogy, it's like you do 3 hours of practice 6 days a week or 5 days a week,
Yeah,
and then you have 1 hour of a game, you
yeah,
know? So it's like such a smaller amount of time that you're actually on the field
yeah,
than it is that you're putting in the reps and doing the things to, like, get yourself into the position to handle that 1 hour
yeah.
in the best way possible.
But then there's more than the 3 hours too, right? There's like when my son played football, by the time he got to practice for the season, he was already trained up. He was getting, his, what do you call it, stamina, he was getting his cardio up, he was lifting weights, he was hitting the gym. He did more practice in the off season than when the season started for practice,
Right.
right? So, like, there's a lot more to that there's a lot of more space to be done than just the 3 hours. Like, you can study or you can, like, get mentally aware even though you're not at the practice field. I mean, like, there's a lot of ways to get stronger, and you just gotta be more efficient with it, you know?
Right. Be more deliberate and more focused on, like, what it
Yeah,
is the actual outcome you're looking for is
yeah,
important.
and whatever the outcome is what it's supposed to be. It's what you do when it's not going your way, right?
Right.
Set an intention, like, who was that no names. You said somebody was saying that they hope that things don't get bad. Everything's going good, I hope they don't get bad. That's not fun,
Yeah.
right? Like, that's not fun,
'Cause
that's
you
not
later
no
you're even stressing when it's good because you're
yeah,
stressing that it's gonna get bad, you know?
unnecessary suffering right there, yeah?
Yeah.
But I feel like that's the part where when things are going good, you strengthen your mind, body, and soul, so when things don't go your way, shoot, you're built for it by then.
Yeah, actually, like, the guy that can sleep through a storm, like you talked about on
Yeah,
one of our past podcasts, that this goes through my mind so much
yeah,
now.
because he stay ready.
Yeah,
Stay ready, don't have to get ready, right?
right. That's
Yeah.
awesome. Alright, so when you hear, like, the phrase, like, "You're capable of more, but you're still feeling stuck," like, what comes up for you personally?
Me right now.
No, I'm more talking, like, when it was really the thing, you know?
Yeah,
Like, when you knew it.
I don't know, sometimes I feel like that's me right now, like, for real, like, I feel like that's me right now. Like,
Okay.
I love my job, um, I love my job, I love what I do, but I really feel like I'm meant for more.
I
I'm
love
built
that
for
actually.
more. Like, I honestly feel like, okay. 2 days ago was Martin Luther King Day. I get over there at 7:30 and, I tell everybody, "Okay, in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King, everybody finish this sentence," right? "I have a dream," and I point to you.
I have a dream.
Yeah, now finish it for you.
Uh,
I, Mason, have a dream.
I, Mason, have a dream to build communities to help people heal and bridge the gap from people that are struggling to finding happiness and success and purpose in their life.
Yeah, and that was in honor of Dr. Martin Luther King Day. When it got to me, I said, "I have a dream that one day I'll be speaking to groups, big groups, and hopefully inspire them to be better for them just by talking to them." That's my dream, and I feel like I do that now, right? But I feel like there's more people out there that I can reach.
For sure.
Stuck is too hard of a word. I don't feel well, maybe. That might be the word.
I think I know, like, I know what you're saying, and I see. So first of all, like, it's good that you do have a dream because, like, I
Yeah.
think that that's number one in all of the things that we're going through as like a society and as individuals is like that a lot of people don't have a
Yeah.
clue what they want
Yeah.
even. So they're just like, "Oh, just going." They're just like,
Yeah.
"I'll go just go to work every day and just drawn out and just do my chores and
Yeah.
my tasks." And then they stop and they're like, "Wait a minute, like what is it that I even want to accomplish?" So
Yeah.
the fact that you have a dream is like the first step, which is awesome. And then when it comes to like that word being a little bit harsh, I think when I was thinking it, when I was writing it up and doing the things, I was more talking like when I was like literally stuck, like I couldn't move into any direction, you know? So that's
Oh,
why I put the word stuck is because it was more back then. But when you just said like me right now, I can think of me right now as feeling semi stuck
yeah.
at times, you know?
Yeah.
So it's kind of just a different variation of intensity, I feel like.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Like right now, I feel like the reason why the word stuck right now burns is because I could be doing more. Like I'm doing not 100% to in order for me to move in that direction, and me speaking on it right now is ugh, it kind of hurts my feelings because I know I'm meant for more, but I'm not pushing myself to grow, right?
Right.
Like it's not the Wasatch recovery is not the people that keeping me stuck. I am, right? And it all goes back to the mindset. Like, um, I'm still s- I still get scared, right? D told me one time if your dreams don't scare you, they're not big enough. And this dream scares the hell out of me, bro.
Mhm.
But I feel like there's times when I want to make a move, I get frozen in doubt. Um, we were talking earlier, sometimes it feels like imposter syndrome. Like, bro, there's no reason for you to talk in front of a group. Who the hell you think you are? Like, you ain't nobody, you know. And there's other times where it's the worthy piece, where like, bro, you're not the guy, you know. And it's me keeping me stuck, nobody else. Let's
Right.
make sure that everybody knows that it's nobody else keeping me stuck. It's me, right? And yeah,
That's
like you said in a reading in the beginning, like um stuck in a way where you can't explain it.
right, because it's true. It's really difficult to explain because it's not you're not physically stuck,
Yeah,
or you're not incapable, or you're not like from other people's perspectives, like they see you as that guy, you know?
yeah,
Like you're the one that people want to be hearing from.
yeah,
And so like that's just what's crazy is we can build up these thought processes and these ways that we think about life, and it starts to like truly just immobilize what we're trying to do.
yeah,
And then what the crazy part is it doesn't ever really get like we talked about before, but easier. It's like
yeah,
it's just you get better at handling that pressure or that feeling of like uncertainty that you're like, well, I feel
yeah,
uncertain. I still am gonna keep pushing though, you know?
yeah. And I feel like that part of feeling uncertain but gonna push more, feel like I let the uncertainty control me for a little bit, right?
For
And
sure.
that's the part that keeps me stuck from trying to come up. Like I start justifying reasons on why I shouldn't move forward, you know. It's me. Like at the end of the day, this whole thing is about me, keeping me stuck,
Well,
right?
and it's crazy how this always kind of goes like this, but like I wasn't when I was writing these out, like I didn't know it was gonna go this direction in the sense
Uh-huh.
that no, I'm glad it did though.
Yeah,
But I just didn't know it was gonna go this direction because when I'm in my thought process is like this wasn't about pushing or grinding. Like this
yeah,
was gonna be more about like relaxing into who you are.
yeah,
And so I guess there's like that fine balance between both, you know,
yeah,
like you need that push, but at the same time, like there is a big you've learned so much and you've grown so much from being the disciplined man that shows up every day,
yeah,
that does the work, and like both sides are needed.
yeah,
Because if you get to success and you're always on the grind and you're constantly pushing and constantly like forcing your way into it,
yeah,
then you're gonna be burnt out by the time you get there, and it probably won't be what you were looking for anyway, you know?
yeah. So I don't know if this is me just easing my way into who I'm supposed to be, or and that's the thing, right? Like this is the part that confuses me. It's the growth I experienced in the first year versus the growth I'm experiencing now. I know I'm growing, but because I experienced all these crazy huge um leaps of growth, that now that I don't have those no more because I did so much work in my first year and a lot of work in my second year. The fact that I don't have those huge leaps of growth now, it makes that's part of the thing that like I've sat and did self inventory and I was like, man, I did good. You know, I learned some new things about me. I learned some new ways about doing things. So I know I'm growing,
Right.
right? But I feel like because I don't have those huge experiences of growth that I had in the beginning, that also caps my mind off to, bro, you ain't doing nothing, you know?
For sure. Well, I think like that's important to point out too is like they're different phases. Like you're
Yeah,
in a different phase of life. You're embodying a
yeah,
different part of it. And it was like it was important at first for us to get those quick wins
yeah,
and for us to really start pushing harder and to really get all those things. But then when it comes to the next phase, it's more that's like what this falling up book's about and what I'm working on in my leadership training is like there's three different phases, but really the two phases are like your first phase of life is like establishing who you are, getting things
Yeah.
together, building life, like, so that you yourself feel like, "Okay, like, I'm capable."
Yeah.
And then the second phase of life is, like, embodying that, so it's like, because you realize that that was never the real goal.
Yeah.
Like, you wanted those things so bad, but once you get it, you realize, like, that wasn't exactly what I was looking
Yeah.
for. Like, what I was looking for is peace, happiness, joy,
Yeah.
connection. And so then the second phase of life is more really about, like, learning, like, "Okay, I did all the things," like, Russ said it on an interview just barely, like, he's like, "It's easy for people that like, have all the money to be like, you know, money's not gonna fix your problems."
Yeah.
But when you still haven't got it yet, it's like, "But I wanna find out for myself," you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Like, I wanna, and then you'll get there and eventually realize that it wasn't money you were looking for, and it
Yeah.
wasn't the grind that you were looking for, it wasn't the recognition, it was something else. And I think that, like, it's just because, like, certain phases of our lives call for different phases of, like, who we have to become in order to be it, in
Yeah.
order to own it. And I think that, and more importantly than what we're building is, like, who we're becoming. So, with that being said, like, the person that you're becoming through the process is really what matters.
Yeah. And I like the person that I'm becoming. The thing that makes me feel stuck is that instant gratification piece, like and the word should, I start using it as a shame word, like I should be here. I should be further along. And that gets shut down fast, but it still pops up. I do love the person I'm becoming. I know that I'm not actually stuck. It's just me telling myself I am.
Mhm.
Um, I am growing. But the part where I guess the part where I do feel stuck is feeling that I'm meant for more,
Right.
right?
Yeah, and I think that's important to have that feeling.
Yeah,
I think it's important that you feel that,
yeah,
because, like, that's like your internal dialogue telling you that there's steps that you could take or things that you could do differently, and it's not about a pressure thing. It's not like
yeah,
you need to do this right now or
yeah,
you're gonna pass it by or anything like that. It's more like it's an internal dialogue that's letting you know, like, if you want something different, you can have it. Like, there was that
yeah.
saying
I like that.
that said something like, if the life that you're experiencing right now, you deserve it, like, you earned it,
Yeah.
and if you don't like it, you can change it,
Oh yeah.
you know?
Yeah.
And so it's like, you good or bad, like, the life that we're living is the one that we built,
Yeah.
and if we don't like the outcome, we can change it to something different, and,
Yeah.
if we do like the outcome, we can consistently do those things every
Yeah.
day.
And build it into a stronger life, right?
Right.
Like add things along the way and make it a better life. Yeah. I understand that and I like that a lot. That makes a lot of sense. Um, Still a lot of growth, you know?
Yeah, so
Coming up on 3 years, still got a lot of things to grow on.
3 years, it's gonna be
2 years.
that's a lifetime deal.
Yeah.
And the thing is I think that, like we talked about it on previous podcasts, but it just comes in layers where it doesn't matter what level you get to, the bottom of one is the top of one
Yeah.
is the
The
bottom of
top
the
of one
next.
mountain is just the bottom of the next.
Yeah, and it's
Right?
gonna be
Like
like
going
that forever.
Yeah, go back to what you were saying about the phases of life. After you reach the end of phase one, it's just the bottom of phase two,
Right.
right?
Yeah,
But
and
that's the mindset to keep yourself growing. Don't get to the top of one mountain and plateau and chill and get you a hammock.
yeah, get it
Find the next bottom of the find the bottom of the next mountain and keep climbing.
and I think that, like that being said too, with the bottom of the next, it's like, I think a lot of us that came from chaos or a trauma or a lot
Yeah,
of the, like, addiction or just struggle in general, missed a lot of, like, those initial phase 1 processes,
yeah,
like the phase 1 process of building and growing and
yeah,
establishing our identities and knowing who we are fully. And
yeah,
so then as soon as we hit a semi period of time where we have some things coming together, we're like, we got to get jumping.
yeah,
So then we start to overshoot and we start, like, thinking that things need to be here way quicker than they are, or we start feeling like that we should be somewhere that we're
yeah.
not.
I feel like that's exactly the mindset I got for me, right? Like just started living. I should be further along. I'm 50, and I feel like that's the mindset I have. Like missed a whole bunch of life and trying to make up for it now. That's the thing about lost time. There's no make up for it. You just got to start from right now. I heard this guy say the best time to plant a tree that would be 20 feet tall would have been 20 years ago. The next best time is now.
Right. That's
Yeah.
so true too.
So start now. Forget about who coulda, shoulda, woulda, what.
Right, and then that's like, and it doesn't, it's not always black and white. Well, it's not black and white ever really, but
Yeah.
that fact that, like missed time or lost time or missed opportunities or whatever, it's like in reality we didn't like, you could say you missed time, but at the same time, you could say that you learned so many things,
Yeah,
and so it's
because I
like
did.
yeah.
Yeah,
So it's like without that, I wouldn't be me. So either way,
yeah,
it was a journey that I needed to walk. And it's
yeah,
like, and there wasn't no fast track to it. It was like I needed to take 19 years of struggling in and out of addiction and prison and
yeah,
rehabs and struggle through that life. I needed it. And I know that now, if I could go back in time, like, and I keep the knowledge, I wish so bad I could be 20 years old right now. You know what I mean?
yeah, with this mindset,
Yeah.
right?
I would be, I would imagine by 35, I have 15 years of this, which I will have, but it's just a matter of like, that's that mental like mirage or
Yeah.
illusion that we play.
Yeah, if I went back to 20 with this mindset, I would rule the world, bro.
Straight up, bro.
I would conquer this place.
So that's why I know that it's important for because we started today, we planted the seed today. I
Yeah,
mean, we planted it a bit ago, but say we planted it today, it's like 15 years is going to pass regardless.
yeah,
And what was crazy is I was at work today, and one of my coworkers, my health service coordinator,
yeah,
she just turned 60, and she's like, "I just turned 60," and she had that look on her face, and I was like, "You're still young.
yeah,
You still all kinds of life ahead of you."
yeah,
Then I was walking out to my car, and I was laughing about it because in her eyes, she was like, "Oh yeah,"
yeah,
But and I kind of meant it, but then I go walking out to my car and start thinking like, she really does have so much life left.
yeah,
Like she probably has at least 25 more years.
yeah.
Like 25 years.
At least, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
And that's an alone. Yeah, on the low end, it's like,
yeah,
and then you're like, what could I do in 25 years? And you're like, she's 60 already and has that much.
yeah,
So it's just like time is
yeah.
not.
But that's the mindset of because I remember when I was like 20 something, thought 40 was old. Got to 30, thought 50 was old. Hit 50, and it's like, man, like I feel like I got a bunch more time left.
Yeah, you do.
Especially now, like living a little bit more healthy, uh, getting life back on track. I feel like I got a lot more time, and there's still a lot of work left to be done,
Yeah.
right?
You think how much has happened in 3 years?
Yeah, that's the part that makes the time thing not a thing.
It's not
Like in
relevant.
3 years, who any of my homies that still use comment and tell me in 3 years, would you have thought that I was with you guys and here now, and the way I speak, the way I am, the way I carry myself, not even the same thing in 3 years.
Yeah.
Like this change of me in 3 years, even the people that used to work, that still work at Wasatch. I remember like every time Todd talks about me in group, he'll say, when Daniel first came in, he had these big crazy eyes. And I laugh. I laugh because I came in 5 days sober.
Yeah.
And in my head, I was like, you should have seen me 5 days ago.
You should have seen 10 days.
Yeah,
Yeah.
bro. You
Day
think
10 was
these
rough.
5 sober days eyes is crazy? You should have seen me lit, bro. Yeah. But
But it was crazy too is like, that like the wow, man, you said something about, people like seeing you 3 years in, but like this also started a lot sooner than 3 years, first of all, like
yeah,
this growth and this massive
yeah,
change, but which is amazing. But then the next part is like, remember like when you were like deep in addiction or deep in the struggle and like you literally felt like, why even try? Like it's over. Like my
yeah,
life is over. Like I'm past the point of ever changing. I can't figure this out. Like I just give up.
yeah,
And it's like, I was doing that at 26 years old, bro,
yeah.
27 years old. And so it's like, the fact that
That's
everything can
crazy.
change so fast and
Yeah,
thinking that your life is over that young,
yeah,
it's like you still have mass amounts of life
yeah,
left? And that's what that's weird about time anyway, is like time, the way that it seems like it flies by so quick, but then when you break it really down, like what happened in this 2 years of life has been
yeah.
ridiculous, bro. I've been through so much stuff.
A bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You know, but that's the thing, right? Like even okay, in my addiction, I felt stuck too, like that, right? I felt stuck, like life sucked. I even tried to cut it short.
Yeah, like I gave up.
Yeah, like I honestly gave up. I asked my wife, Emily. I asked Emily one time, um, if she had life insurance on me, right?
Yeah.
Just felt stuck, and I thought it made sense in my head. If I was no longer here, I'd kill all the noise and the chaos that I bring to the house. Plus, they'll get rewarded for me being gone and
Mhm.
get some money from life insurance. And man, that one was crazy. Like being stuck like that, like B said it when he came on here, no light, right? No light. Like there's no light anywhere you look. And I think I said it on here before. Like like I was stuck until somebody showed up, picked me off of the ground, pushed me in my back, and I just had to trust the next step. And you know what's crazy? It was not too far from where I was sitting. The tunnel bent, and there was light all over the place.
And you were like, "Well, that was not that far away."
Yeah, but you know, like being stuck like that, the being stuck in hopelessness is such a dark place.
Right.
Like it's so dark, like nothing, like feeling like nothing's gonna get better, nothing you do is gonna fix it. Like that's such a dark and miserable place that I would know the only time I'm gonna end up there again is to pull one of my homies out, you know?
Yeah, for sure. Just reach back and help the next man.
Yeah,
What's crazy about being stuck, bro, is like there was so much times in my life where like even when it was like the worst of the worst, okay, and I knew that like I really believed like in my head that like my mind was too messed up, like I literally did too much damage to my body to come back, or like that I was never gonna. I was in psychosis so long that like think that like I would ever come back to reality,
yeah,
and so like there was those times feeling stuck, but then there was times of feeling stuck when I was like, I had motivation, I had drive, I just couldn't put the pieces together, bro.
yeah,
And it was like and I didn't have guidance that I needed, and I didn't have money to buy it, and I didn't have I mean, that still happens today, but it was really bad back then where it was like, I knew what I wanted. I wanted to do all these things, but it was like I couldn't grab each piece and put them line by upon line,
yeah,
precept upon precept and make it happen.
yeah,
And then I was like so, like, that was when it was the worst for me that felt like I have all this burning desire and this potential, and I would hear for my entire life, like, "You have so much potential, like, you're just
yeah,
wasting it, you're wasting it." And it would, like, burn inside, you know? Like,
yeah,
it hurt me because it was like, I knew it too. You know, I knew that, like, I had, gifts, and I knew that I was a all of us are, but we're special people, and we
yeah,
have this ability to do whatever it is that we can dream of, you know? And but then when we have all these things that are standing in front of the like bad thought processes, character defects, the wrong people around us, the
yeah,
wrong environments, the way that we're holding ourselves, obviously drugs, all these things are causing it to where that pure light that's a part of who we are is not able to express itself, and so then it just gets starts to build up almost like packed in behind clay, you know,
yeah,
so then we're wanting to express and put things out, but it just isn't happening. But then it was like, I remember feeling like I just don't know what to do.
yeah,
Like if somebody could tell me step by step, this is what you do, I'll do it and I'll be
yeah,
successful. And probably, you know, if somebody was willing to give up their entire life and just hold my hand and step by step it,
yeah,
maybe that would have worked, you know?
yeah.
Probably not, you know.
But yeah, like it could have helped, but we don't. There's no way of us finding out, right?
I mean, I've had people like my homie Jut and shout out Jut who like help me with music, and he did give me so many gifts,
Yeah,
and he did take my hand and like, "You're coming with me, bro. Let's
yeah,
go." You know, and it was like he did try to drag me through, but it was like I still because I wasn't mentally there. I wasn't emotionally
yeah,
there. I wasn't the person that I needed to be in order to live that life, you
yeah,
know? And that's why becoming the person is way more important than doing the things, you know?
yeah. I like that, and it's like you have so much potential. That's like that's okay for you. That was crippling, right? Like letting somebody know that they have so much potential, and not offering some guidelines on how to make use of the potential that they see that you got is crippling. I feel like,
Yeah,
well, at least the way they used it towards you. Not saying that they did anything bad. It's just that who you were at that time, there was no way for you to understand or process it to make it a thing that works.
right.
You know, and it's like this conversation I had today about saying everything's gonna be okay. It's like, how the hell you know? You know, and I stopped saying that because I remember in one of my groups, um, I think it was Wendy or Ashley said they don't say that because they don't want to be liars, saying everything's gonna be okay. But I feel like I don't know, like the reason why you weren't the in the right mindset is because you never got to learn all the things you know now, going
Right.
through the process of recovery or rehab. You know, and maybe you just weren't like maybe you get it that time, but you probably would have not been ready to be able to expand on it at that time. So maybe now is like everything happens for a reason,
Truly does, and I
right?
truly believe that if I didn't if I woulda got it back then, I would have missed so much of life
Yeah,
because, like I said, I needed the struggle, I needed the redemption
yeah,
story, I needed the journey, bro.
yeah. And who you are now, like, is a guy that can make use of all that which is still there and make better use of it now.
Yeah, it's like imagine like if I would have got rich young, like I probably wouldn't have been have
Yeah.
as hard of service.
Yeah.
You know, I probably wouldn't have cared about people like I do.
Yeah.
Probably wouldn't have the compassion for others like I do when people are struggling.
Yeah.
And so it's like I needed all those things in order to make it here. And like and when people would tell me I have potential, they literally were saying it to motivate me to help me feel better.
Yeah.
You know, they were saying it out of love.
Yeah. But not understanding that you had no idea how to make use of the potential they saw in you.
Right. So it came in as this
Yeah.
hurts, you know, instead like the filter I was seeing it from was not the same filter that they were meaning it from.
Yeah.
And I knew what they were meaning, but it almost felt like they were
Yeah. Like you're a letdown.
yeah,
Like, man, you should be here, but look at you.
yeah, look at you.
Yeah.
You're
But
never gonna
that's
make it.
nothing that they were saying,
Yeah, at
right?
all.
It's just who you were at that time. That's what it sounded like. And that's all right. Like right now, you got so much potential. Sounds different now, huh?
Way different.
That's the part,
Yeah.
right? Like
Mhm.
becoming the person versus doing the thing is two whole different things,
Yeah.
right? Now you are that person,
And I'm so
right?
grateful for it because it was a long journey and hard earned. And in fact that I'm here now, it's like I sat back the other day and was like, I'm gonna reverse engineer how I got clean, you know?
Yeah,
I'm like, I'm gonna figure this out because I can't because like I do believe that like this is my own belief and like you guys are where you're at either way, but like my true belief is like without a faith or God in my life, it wouldn't have happened, you know? I do believe that because like something about me finding faith and being able to put it into a faith has changed my whole like when I go through a hard time, I know that I'm being guided, you know? I know that I'm being stretched for God's purposes. I know that like I have the power inside me, a connection to a higher power. And like those things have made it to where the hard times are not that hard. And also there was like this weird line where as soon as I found faith, my life got a lot of opportunity. So those things I have to say like is one of the most important things, but there's so much more to this process. That was like a crazy series of events that added up to me finding out how to like find myself. And I
what
can't what's
you
that?
can't
Go ahead.
you can't.
I was gonna say I can't like literally pinpoint how it happened. Like it was like it seems like a true miracle, you
Yeah,
know?
I okay. Just while you're talking, I feel like the problem that you have with reverse engineering and trying to find it is like you're trying to find your hanging on a cross moment when in reality it was all those little things that made this whole picture true,
Right.
right? Have you ever seen that poster of Bob Marley and they have a whole bunch of little squares and it's just all of Bob Marley's albums?
Oh yeah.
Okay, that's the part.
That is
All
so
those
cool.
little things make up the whole picture of Mason.
That's so
Or Bob
awesome.
Marley's picture was all his albums, right? Like you're looking for this one moment
Yeah, it is
when in
awesome.
reality it was the journey of it, right? And you're not done journeying.
Yeah.
You're still
Still in the
pushing through.
beginning, bro.
Yeah, we're just getting started. And reverse engineering is cool because okay, do it again, but acknowledge all the little things you did in order to get here,
Right.
right? Like read. I remember when you were in residential, you read every day, you meditated every day. Those are the things that brought you here.
Right, and I still do those every day to this
Okay,
day, you
that's
know?
discipline now,
Yeah,
right? But you started when, or I don't know if you started before I saw you or met you, but I know that it was a thing when you were in there, and it's something that you keep doing for you,
right.
right? And that's the part. Like everybody wants to see this big explosion or fireworks of a thing, but there's all these little things.
All these processes that
Yeah,
happen to come together at the right time, at the right moments, but
yeah,
I
and
think
the
that,
right
like,
people.
truly, it was a shift in mindset. It
Yeah,
was a shift in a belief about myself and others. It was a shift in like, service. Like,
yeah,
I've learned that, like, actually helping other people helps me and helps
yeah,
the world, and that makes me feel good, and so I think that, like, once I learned that, like, I was here to help other people, like, my job is to get as healthy as I can possibly be mentally, spiritually, emotionally, so that I can give that back to others.
yeah,
And then as soon as I learned that trick, it was like something about it was just a different type of energy.
yeah,
Because now I show up with the intent on being like my best self for the people around me. And then it gives me not only a purpose, but it also gives me like a true feeling of fulfillment, you know?
yeah. I like that. So on the whole thing about being stuck, if if that mindset is still there, what are some of the things to get out of it?
So like I thought of this the other day when I was at the gym, but like I feel like the first step should be, and I think that Wasatch does this for us too, is like one of the first steps literally should be move your body. Like I was thinking like people that have I don't know if I can say this on but on the podcast we can, but people who have committed suicide, I think that like the numbers would drastically change if they just bought a gym membership instead. I truly believe that.
Really?
Yeah, because like when I'm at the gym, yeah, almost everybody in there is recovering addicts, people that have gone through really hard breakups, people that have struggled super hard and they found this the moving their body and getting more healthy and like staying committed to a discipline that makes you feel good. You don't have to go in there and just get jacked, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
Like just go there and walk on the treadmill and sit in the sauna for a couple minutes or like just show up and like do something like that every single day. I think that that for me seems like one of the most mental health like benefits to my mental health that I've done. And, so I think that that's an important one, but I think that, like, if you're really stuck in, like, addiction and struggling super hard, obviously, the first step is to separate yourself from the environment and the drugs, you
yeah,
know? Like, you have to go that's why people talk about how treatment is not gonna change your life unless all these things, but in reality, it changed mine
yeah,
because it literally plucked me from this messed up environment that I was in, got me away from it, and helped me start thinking about myself in the ways that were healthy and not
yeah,
damaging.
yeah. I like that. I like that a lot. The gym part, I like that too. I need to go make me a membership, and me and my homies are in this weight loss competition. It ends in the end of February, and it's I don't know, body mass or whatever.
That's
Fat,
amazing.
yeah, that.
Yeah.
Whoever loses the most by the end of February wins some money.
So, like, that's awesome, and I love it, and go for it, but, like, in reality, like, you don't even gotta push yourself that
Yeah,
hard, bro.
I'm not
Like,
even.
just go there and just get some help, you know, like,
I
help yourself, and
I haven't even gone to the gym because I do a lot of activities, right? Like I try to play volleyball every day at work. Um we play volleyball on
fall every
Fridays.
day at work.
Yeah, I try to, bro, and D goes twice a day and I
There
try
you
to go,
go.
but that's bro, like if you feel my hat at the end, bro, it's all wet. Like
Yeah,
look
it's
at how
important.
flimsy this thing is. Like I sweat a lot. I move and I like I like how you said it's the one of the things that help your mental health because for me that's a quick way to get present. It helps me build confidence in myself when I make a good play. It also forms connection because you're working as a team. There's so many benefits of that,
Yeah,
right?
just getting out and moving a little bit, bro.
Yeah, I like that part.
Every day, and I do it, like, even, like, when I do run on the treadmill or whatever, like, I don't set a certain amount of time that I'm running. I literally run until my heart rate gets going enough that I feel that release, and I'm like, "Okay," like, "I'm done."
Oh, okay.
And
That's
then
cool.
so it's like sometimes it takes 6 minutes, sometimes it takes 10 minutes, sometimes,
Yeah.
you know, it just depends on, like, the energy I'm in, but with every there's it's almost like going to church for me where it's like I show up to the gym even if I don't wanna be there and I'm like, this is not a good day, I don't
Yeah.
feel right, like, my body hurts or I'm not mentally, you know, whatever, and I leave there peaceful, you know?
Good.
It's like an everyday thing,
I like
and then I think that's like a borderline where you gotta be careful where it's like people can get addicted to that to that instead of handling their issues.
yeah,
But I do feel like that if you're in a bad space, like it is an important spot to like get your or a really beneficial way to get yourself into a better state of mind in order to
yeah.
work on the things you need to work on.
That's so cool. Somebody explained gym to me like rehab. You go to a place where everybody in there is just trying to be better for them.
Right.
And
That's
I
so
thought that
true.
was so dope. It's like you just go in there, you're there for you put in the work and you leave. And the only thing you can leave with is whatever you put in.
Yeah. And that's so cool too, because
Yeah.
that's so true. The more effort you put in, the more you're gonna get back.
Yeah. The next time you might be able to live more, or run more or sit in the sauna longer. But I love the way they said that because it's like you go in there and you could sit there and look and everybody's in there trying to be a better, stronger person for themselves. Nobody else, unless they're in competition or something like that. But who
Yeah,
cares? That's still for them at the end of the day, right?
for sure. And I think like I think like the importance to bring up too, like I don't think like being stuck is like about like resistance. Like it's not like you don't want change, you know what I mean?
Yeah,
I think that like it's like it's like our system for like refusing to or I don't know, it's like a system that we're like refusing to implement that we know because like so we talked about on the last episode. So there's all these things that are right in front of us
yeah,
that we could do today, but we don't do. Like that's why like when I said about your gym goal like
Yeah.
that. That's cool that you guys are competing with each other,
Yeah.
but that isn't necessarily what the goal needs to be, because there's a lot of times that like you're like, well, I'm gonna have to go in there and lose all this weight, and
Yeah.
so then you're like, I'm not gonna go, you know?
Yeah. And it's not even like that,
Yeah.
but yeah. Anyways.
But, like, so, like, I think that, like, there's that piece that is in front of us where it's like, we can go and just, just show up
Yeah.
first couple of weeks, or just go for a little walk in the
Yeah.
gym, or go or when it comes to, like, building my side businesses and things, it's like, I have all these things that get me overloaded because I'm thinking too
Yeah.
broad instead of, like, just, "What, today?"
Yeah.
Like, my literal goal for my leadership training is to move my body every single day, do one thing that moves the needle every single day in my business,
Yeah.
and then make sure that I reflect on it at nighttime every single night, and then that has to be enough, and that's hard for me because I'm a goer.
Yeah. The more.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm like, but I have to do those 3 things, and then I have to say that's this day was a success, you know?
Yeah.
And then I could add, like, a side thing, like, we're gonna do the podcast, we got other things on, like, on the side, but those 3 things are non-negotiable, and, like, if I do those every single day, I have to, like, tell myself at the end of the day, "You succeeded, you
Yeah.
did well," you know?
I like that. I like how that works out. Like just building you a structure in order for you, regardless if like when the motivation isn't there, discipline should be. And I feel like that's a good way to enforce your discipline, right? But by doing everything that you just said, puts you just by doing those things, puts you in a better spot, like mind, body, and health.
Right.
And I like that.
And And it's the compound effect where it's
Yeah,
like over time, those simple everydays are gonna be huge gains. It's
yeah,
like, dude, when I started realizing about like really investing money, like I started learning about like the investing pieces, and like throughout, like, if you invest something like around like $3,000 or something into like a stable investment,
yeah,
you're not gonna make you're gonna make like, like something like $50 a year or something,
yeah,
$200 a year or something, which is not anything. But then if you keep adding money, like $300 every single month
yeah,
to that investment, by 10 years, you're at like 20 grand, you know?
yeah,
And so it's like, it's crazy how like you start out with this amount and you just get nothing in return. But if you continuously put that amount
yeah.
over and over and over and over again for 5 years, dude, it's ridiculous the get back you're getting by then. Then you have things that are paying your entire bills for free,
Oh, that's
you
what's
know?
so fun.
And
Yeah,
so it's like, that's just where it's like, it seems like right now we're putting in all this effort and it's like not paying us off.
yeah.
But if we continue to put in this effort for a long period of time, it's going to be massive get back, you know?
I like that. I feel like that's exactly what's going on, right? Like we're putting in a bunch of work and we just got to keep pushing and understanding that there is a there is a payout, but this payout we're playing the long game.
Long game, bro.
Yeah,
And there isn't no short game. I don't feel like, there's
yeah,
people that get lucky, but
yeah,
it's not going to last long term. But I don't think there is a short version of what we're trying to build.
yeah. Well, even if there was, I love the fact that we're playing for the long game. I never even thought I had a game to play, let alone a long game,
Yeah.
let alone
Let's
living
go.
forever.
Yeah.
Like talk about stuck. Shoot, next tomorrow, good luck. I'm gonna live all day today because
All day today.
who knows if I'm gonna make it to tomorrow,
I
right?
love that,
So
bro.
I'm gonna do everything I can today. S- Smoke all the dope that's on the table. What about tomorrow? Who cares?
Yeah.
I don't know if I'm gonna make it to tomorrow.
Yeah.
I'm gonna
Tomorrow
do
probably won't
everything
go.
right now, yeah. But now the fact that even just that simple mindset of who knows if tomorrow's gonna come. If tomorrow don't show up, I'm still good. If tomorrow don't show up for me, I promise you I'm good. But I know there's a long life ahead for me, and I love the fact that I can say I'm playing the long game,
Yeah, I'm proud
right?
of you for that too, bro. And you are playing the long game.
Yeah,
We're in this together. I love
yeah,
that.
bro.
And I think like with the long game, I feel like that it gives us so much more options,
Yeah,
because now it's like we can really cultivate and build whatever it is we want out of that long term
yeah,
goal.
and we are.
We are, and
Yeah,
and I'm grateful that we have that ability.
yeah,
I think that like when I look at people that are really struggling with the fact that like they can't move,
yeah,
I think that like as long as they're like in a true, so there's no neutral state,
yeah,
like either we're growing or we're falling,
yeah,
and so I think that if like you feel like you're in a neutral state and you're not feeling like you're damaging yourself every day, you're actually growing. But there's like we talked about before the podcast, that there's the different lanes. There's a fast lane, there's a slow lane,
yeah,
and there's like the middle lane where it's like you may be in a state or a time or a phase of your life where you're supposed to be moving slow,
Yeah.
where it's supposed to be you're actually integrating, you're actually just like doing the same thing every single day and getting really good at that super simple thing. That's
Huh.
why I only have those 3 goals. It's like that's supposed to be the only thing that I care about every single day, and as long as I do those 3 things, I have to be okay with it, and that's, like I said, not easy for somebody like me who wants to just do 40 things in a day, you
Yeah.
know? And so, I'm learning that it's not about doing, 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 it's about becoming, 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 and
Yeah.
so, like, I think that, like, when I'm looking at it like that, either I'm growing or I'm hurting, you
Yeah.
know? It's like, as long as I'm moving in the direction of growth
Yeah.
every single day, I'm going the right way,
Yeah.
and that's
This
what matters.
this guy at HA meeting, I will never forget his name because he always says the last T. His name is Stuart.
Oh, yeah, you told me.
Yeah, but he
I know
goes,
who you're talking
"My
about.
name is Stuart."
Stuart,
Cool guy, man. I
super
love this
cool.
dude. I met him when I was still in treatment, but going along with what you're saying, he said in one of my first meetings at HA at Rise and Grind, he said the steps we take don't have to be big, they just have to keep going in the right direction.
Right.
And I feel like that's the part where a lot of people mistake being stuck for growth,
Mhm.
right? Not experiencing a jump versus a regular step when in fact it is still growth and accepting that that's where you're at right there. I feel like maybe acceptance is a way to get out of the mindset of stuck.
Yeah.
And me saying it right now is clicking in my head a little bit, you know?
Right.
And I understand the 3 lanes thing because whatever lane you're in, maybe you're in the fast lane cultivating some stuff. You're in the middle lane, just trying to understand everything that's been going on, or the slow lane because you need to slow down and be disciplined and do 4 things versus 40.
Mhm.
I
Super
like that
important.
whole thing.
I love that too.
Yeah.
Uh, I love this episode, bro. This
Yeah, that felt good.
turned out good. Yeah.
Yeah.
I love how it just takes us on a journey or two.
Yeah, bro. Okay, for everybody out there, there's no script. Like there's a introduction about a topic that I love the way Mason picks it. It's about some stuff that he needs to work on, and there's a bunch of times where he picks these topics that when we start talking, like the beginning of this one, it felt like stuff that I had to process through myself, and I feel like lighter. Like I feel like my shoulder's been lifted. I feel like there's been some fog in my head that's been cleared out, and I feel like I grew. Thank you so much for picking this topic. It was dope.
Thank you, brother. Yeah, it
Yeah,
turned out good. So if you guys are in a space right now, I just want you to hear this clearly. Like you're not behind and you're not broken, and this phase isn't a mistake, you know?
yeah.
Some seasons are about movement and others are about becoming solid enough to move without losing yourself.
Oh,
So I'm super grateful that we have this opportunity to be together. If you guys would like and subscribe and share with somebody that wants to become part of the movement and be part of Clean Life and everything that we're doing with all of us together, that'd be amazing. We have outreach coming up on February 7th, and it's going to be a great one. I want to shout out Carla and Haley for all their help that they've been doing to keep the outreach and things moving in the right direction. And then all the people that have donated and continue to donate, like it means the world to us. So we're all doing this together because healing isn't just personal; it's a movement.
it is a movement. Like, subscribe, and share. When you share, it makes it an even bigger moment so we can reach other people that need to hear us and be part of us and join this movement with us.
It's cool, brother.
Love you, brother.
Love you guys.
Love you guys.